You're watching CITV with Jamie Moyer, left-handed pitcher of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Plymouth Whitemarsh High School has a strong tradition of highly competitive and champion sports teams. Through CITV Sports, you'll witness PW's outstanding student athletes in action. However, there are many more games each week than what CITV is able to cover. So come out to PW, see the games live, and cheer for our teams from the stands. If you are a senior citizen with a gold card, you can even attend all of our regular season home games for free. Good luck to the competitors, and go Colonials!
Hello and welcome to the opening round of the 2016 PIAA Class 6A District 1 football playoffs on CITV. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Friday, November 4th, 2016. We're at Phil Marion Field at the campus of Ridley High School in Folsom, Pennsylvania, where the 12th-seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials take on the 5th-seeded Ridley Green Raiders. The Colonials come into this playoff contest at 8-2, while the Green Raiders are 9-1 and have captured the Central League title for the first time since 2012. PW won a share of the Suburban One American crown at 6-1 in conference play, coming off of a disappointing 26-17 loss at Quakertown that diminished PW's hopes for an outright conference title and gave PW a road game. The coaches, Dan Chang for PW in his 7th season, while at the helm for Ridley is Dan Wood, who's in his 1st season, taking over for Dennis Decker after 7 seasons. He guided the Green Raiders to 66-21 record before Wood took over. The winner of this contest will take on either 13 Abington or 4 Coatesville. That would be scheduled for Friday, November 11th. And it looks like the Colonials will receive first here in Folsom. This is PW's 5th playoff appearance in the last 6 seasons.
Kieran Baker getting set to kick off for the Green Raiders. Back to receive for the Colonials, number 10, Donate Wilson, and number 11, Vince Martina.
Donate Wilson and Vince Martina are back. PW's in white, Ridley in green. And now here's the kickoff, and Martina has it on the 1 to the 20, and the 25, and he's tackled at around the 26-yard line.
Vince Martina with the return for the Colonials, brought down by number 17, Nick Pellegrino. Colonials will start first and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
So first and 10 for the 26-yard line for the Colonials. PW capturing the Suburban One American title had been its first since 2013. PW has not won a playoff game in at least 11 seasons when the Colonials were coached by Joe Iacoviti, who was PW's head coach from 1986 to 2005, and that will be a loss of yardage. Nicely done by the Ridley defense. And it'll be 2nd and long. We got 11:43 to go in the first quarter. PW 0, Ridley 0. Ridley has a storied history in 83 seasons, including this one. An unbelievable record, 676 wins, 175 losses, and 23 ties.
Flag on the play, personal foul against Plymouth Whitemarsh. Half the distance to the goal.
It'll be half the distance to the goal on a PW personal foul, not what Dan Chang wanted.
2nd and 26 from their own 10-yard line.
And 26 from their own 10-yard line. This is danger territory already with 11:33 to go in the first quarter. Stowborough is ready. He gets the ball close to the end zone. He throws. It is completed. But managing to get around the 11-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and long for PW.
Storborough's pass complete to number 29, Blaze Gravenese.
Blaze
Brought
Gravenese.
down by number 33, Greg Kimmel.
And Greg Kimmel
Gain
doing
of 2
well.
on the play. It'll be 3rd and 24 from for the Colonials from their own 12-yard line.
So 3rd and 24 from PW's own 12-yard line with 10:52 to go in the first quarter in this scoreless playoff game. Mr. Barrow, he's going to be ready. He's got to get out of the end zone. Fires. And it is picked off. It's an interception, and Green Raiders will have 1st and goal.
Storborough's pass intercepted by number 33, Greg Kimmel.
Greg Kimmel with the interception, and Ridley is off to a very hot start with the pick. That's going to be a PW 7-yard line.
1st and goal from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 8-yard line.
Actually, the 8-yard line with 10:38 to go in the first quarter. Ridley in good position, looking like a league champion. Ridley has won 3 district titles in school history: 1990, 2007, and most recently in 2009. And now, running the end zone, touchdown, Ridley!
Brock Anderson carries for a Green
Anderson
Raiders
with the easy 8-yard touchdown, and just like that, it's Ridley 6, PW 0 in the first quarter. All it took was one play with the interception by Kimmel off Stowborough, cost PW points. And now here's the extra point for the Green Raiders. Ridley coming off a 7-5 campaign in 2015, definitely rebounding so far this season. Now the hold by Cade Stratton, the quarterback, and the kick is symmetrically good. 7-0 Ridley with 10:31 to go in the first quarter.
Scores now the Ridley Green Raiders 7.
7-0 Ridley.
Whitemarsh Colonials 0.
No, not a good start for PW after the interception by Stowborough. Just took one play for Brock Anderson to rush to the end zone. So Ridley, a very storied history, state runner-up in 1990. That returns the titles: 11 Suburban League championships, 23 Central League titles, including the season, and the 3 PIAA District 1 4A titles. This is District 1 6A. It's the first season with the 6 classifications in the past 10 years. 3 number 16 seeds beat the top seed in those playoffs. As 16 teams are in the District 1 6A playoffs, only 8 will move on to the quarterfinals on November 11th, and only 1 can advance to the state tournament from the district. This year is a new format. All district playoff rounds will be hosted by the team with the higher seed. And now here's the kickoff for Martina is there. A rush to the 20, to the 25. Now the 30 will take it down around the 33-yard line, and PW will have
Martina with
its work
for
cut out.
Plymouth Whitemarsh, brought down by number 7, O.C. Miller.
O.C. Miller brings them down.
1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Actually, the 26-yard line.
27-yard line.
27. So PW is down 7-0 thanks to the rushing touchdown by Brock Anderson after the pick by Kimmel off Stowborough. The PW are 8-2. Waverly at 9-1. Colonials in white. 1st and 10. Their own 27. And now the Colonials will move up to around the 30.
Blaze Gravenese has the
Gravenese
ball for Plymouth
gets about a
Whitemarsh,
3-yard rush. And it's 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7.
At PW's own
Colonials from their own
30.
30-yard
So
line.
with about 10 minutes to go in the first quarter, Ridley 7, PW 0. PW has played a lot of close games this season. In fact, the Colonials have scored 22 points per game and have allowed 17.6 per contest. That's a 4.4 margin of victory. Now we got a rush inside. A few yards gained.
Joe Storbel with the carry.
Storbel with the carry.
Brought down by number 55, Nick DiPrinzio.
He's brought down by Nick DiPrinzio. And it's now 3rd and 3.
Gain of 4
at
on the
PW's
play.
own 34.
Colonials from their own 34.
9:23 to go in the first quarter. 5th-seeded Ridley, 7. 12-seeded PW, 0. PW with 5 of 6 playoff appearances. Highest seed in these 6 years had been number 4 in 2011 and lost to 13-seeded Central Buck South that season, 52-24. And that is caught, and it should be good enough for the first down. It's the first down of the contest, not from a kickoff for the Colonials.
Storbell's pass complete to number 30, Dan Margulies.
Dan Margulies with the
Brought down by
reception.
number 2, Mike Callan. Play
Mike
results in
Callan
the
brings
first
him
down.
down.
To the Colonials, they're 1st and 10.
First
from
and
their own
10 from
41-yard
PW's
line.
own 41-yard line. So let's see what Dan Chang has up his sleeve. So 1st and 10 at the 41 with 8:37 to go in the first quarter. PW is down 7-0. And we have a timeout for the Colonials. So with
Timeout,
8:34 to go in the first quarter,
Their first of the half.
the
with
5th-seeded
8:34
Ridley
to
Green
go in
Raiders lead
first
the
quarter.
12th-seeded Colonials 7-0. So Ridley at 9-1 started the season off with a 41-6 win against Truman. Second game won 7-0 at Haverford. Third game 28-20 at Garnet Valley. Fourth game was a 38-17 win at Strathaven. The fifth game was a 42-0 win against Pencrest. The sixth game, which was on September 30th, was the Green Raiders' lone loss of the season, a 20-14 overtime defeat at the hands of Springfield, Delaware County. Game 7 on October 7th was a 17-14 win at Marple Newtown. The eighth game, October 14th, 55-0 win versus Harridan. Game 9 on October 21st, 36-0 win at Conestoga. And just a week ago, week 10, October 28th, 38-8 win against Upper Darby. And now PW with the ball, 1st and 10 at PW's own 41. There's Stowborough. He hands it off to Christian Jones, I think. There's a short gain or no gain at all.
Dante Wilson with
It's
the carry.
Dante
for the
Wilson with the
Colonials.
carry, actually.
Brought down by number 66, Nick Lapish.
By,
No gain
brought
on the
down by
play.
Nick
Second and
Lapish.
10, Plymouth Whitemarsh
Second and
from
10,
their own
PW
41-yard
from
line.
its own 41 with 8:06 to go in the first quarter. This is the first round of District 1 6A football playoffs on CITV. Solborough is there. He is close to the 30-yard line. Oh, fire! Connects with Wilson. He'll win down to 40, 35. He is brought down at the 27. Huge
Silver
gain
pass
for the
complete to
Colonials.
Number 10, Donante Wilson.
Donante Wilson.
Goes for a Plymouth Whitemarsh first down.
For PW first down, there was at least 30 yards on the reception.
Colonials will be 1st and 10 from the Green Raiders' 28-yard line.
So it's at Ridley's 28-yard line. Good territory for PW. PW's kicker is Stephen Longo. He can kick from distance, but PW wants to go to the end zone to tie things up. PW led 10-0 at the half in the regular season finale against Quakertown and just could not muster a lot of points in the second half in the 26-17 loss. And that's a short gain, about 3 yards to the 25-yard line.
Blaze Gravenese with the carry.
Gravenese
for
with the carry.
Colonials, brought down by number 5, Pat McClintock.
Brought down by Pat
Gain of 3 on the
McClintock.
play.
It's
On
actually a
second
gain
and
of 3
7, Plymouth Whitemarsh from the
Second
Green
and
Raiders'
7
25-yard line.
from the 25-yard line of Whitley. Blaze Gravenese was voted Rally Philly Player of the Week on October 9th for his efforts in a win against host Upper Dublin a few weeks ago, back on October 7th. That was Upper Dublin's first and only loss so far in the season, and that snapped Upper Dublin's 2+ year undefeated conference streak. As there's a flag on the play, it will go against the Colonials. Maybe
Flag
a
on the
false
play.
start.
Delay a game.
Delay a
against the
game
Colonials.
against
5-yard
PW.
penalty to make it 2nd and 12.
Second and
from the
12
Green Raiders 30-yard
from the
line.
30-yard line. So 6:38 to go in the first quarter. Ridley 7, PW 0. Stowborough already with an interception in this game. Stowborough is at the 35. He's getting pressured. He'll heave. And that was good coverage by the Green Raider defense to prevent the catch.
Stowborough's
in the red
pass
zone.
completed for intended for number 29, Blaze Gravenous.
It was intended for
Broken up by
Gravenous.
number 5, Pat McClintock.
Broken
They'll
down by
make it 3rd and
McClintock.
10 for the Colonials from
Vernon-
the Green Raiders 30-yard line.
Will be 3rd and 12 for PW from the Green Raiders. 30 with 6:31 to go in the first quarter. PW is down 7-0. PW in 2015 got the 16th and final spot in the District 1 4A playoffs and lost by a touchdown to top-seeded Downingtown East. So PW looking to go on the board here. Stowborough will throw out of play. Incomplete, and it is 4th and 12.
Intended for number 11, Vince Martina.
Vince Martina was the
incomplete.
intended target, but it was way out of play.
That brings up 4th and 12 for the Colonials.
4th and 12 for
from the Green Raiders 30-yard
PW.
line.
It's going to be interesting what Dan Chang calls on the sidelines. Again, Chang in his 7th season has been to the playoffs, including this one, 5 of his 7 seasons. And Stowborough will go back on. We'll see here if maybe the Colonials can draw the Green Raiders off sides. But Dan Wood's squad may not fall for it. So 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Ridley 7, PW 0. This is first round, the District 1 6A playoffs. PW in white, Ridley in green. There's Stowborough. He has to complete it. He will run out of play, but it is not enough yardage. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Carry for the Colonials. Forced out of bounds by number 55, Nick DiPrinzio.
Forced out of bounds by Naprinzio, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Ridley.
Gain of 4 on the play.
There's only a
Green
gain
Raiders
of
will
4.
take over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. With 6:18 to go in the first quarter.
Though 6:18 to go in the first quarter. Ridley up 7-0 and has possession now. So last season, Ridley was 7-5. In 2013 was 6-5. 5 is the most amount of losses in any season for the Green Raiders since Ridley Township High School, Ridley Park High School, and Eddystone High School merged to make this Ridley High School in 1966. It's a short gain or no gain at all for the Green Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 10. It looks like from Ridley's 26 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, up 7-0.
Brock Anderson with the carry for the Green Raiders.
Anderson carried it. He had the touchdown to put
Gain of 2 on
the
the
Raiders
play.
up on the
Second
board.
and 8,
It'll be
Green
2nd and
Raiders
8.
from
There was
their
a short
29-yard
gain.
line.
Yeah, we're here at Phil Marion Field in Folsom, PA. Behind the scoreboard, there are fans watching from their own patio decks. And there'll be a flag thrown, and it looks like it'll be a hold. See if it's offensive or defensive. Now the PW band is playing in the background. And it will go against the Green Raiders on a hold. Fans not pleased with that. So instead of 2nd and 7, they'll be backed up further away. Instead of 2nd and 7 and the 28, it looks like the ball was being placed at the 20.
Flag on the play, holding against the Green Raiders, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Makes it 2nd and 16 for the Green Raiders.
They'll make it 2nd and 16.
20-yard line.
From Ridley's own 20. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Ridley. Cade Stratton, the quarterback, has it. He'll make the throw, but a nice tackle by to Colonials.
Stratton's pass complete to number 10, Malik Young.
Malik Young gets a completion. But it'll be 3rd and long
Brought down by
again.
number 44, John McGinley.
Now the ball is about the 22-yard line for Ridley.
Gain of 3 on the play makes it
It's a
3rd
gain
and
of 3.
13.
3rd and-
Raiders from their own 23-yard line.
Now 3rd and 13. They'll have to get to their own 36 in order to get a first down. PW looking to get a defensive stop. There's Stratton. He'll throw it aside. There's a completion. And will be brought down. It will be close to the first down. We'll see where the ball was spotted. With 4:10 to go in the first half, PW is up 7. Is down, though, 7-0. PW is in white. Ridley is in green, and it looks like the punting unit will not take a chance, but we'll see if maybe the Green Raiders will try to draw the Colonials offsides for an automatic first down. And they'll have a punt. Be Ridley's first punt of the contest. Now there's the punt. Donante Wilson will just let it go, and it will take a friendly bounce for the Green Raiders around the 16-yard line. It's a very nice punt. It was from the 35-yard line.
Brock Anderson's punt is downed by number 7, O.C.
By Brock
Miller.
Anderson.
Colonials will take over 1st and 10.
Looked
from
like
their own
close to 50
16-yard line,
yards on the
3:28
punt.
to go in
Nicely
the
done by
first quarter.
Anderson. Anderson can rush in the end zone and do some kicks. So 3:28 to go in the first quarter.
Other
PW
District
has
1
the ball
scores tonight.
down
In the
7 to
first
0.
quarter, Coatesville 14, Abington 0.
So on the District 1 6A scoreboard, 4th seeded Coatesville leads 13th seeded Abington 14 to 0. Winner of this game will face the winner of that one. And the carry is there for the Colonials, but doesn't look like any gain at all, maybe a loss of a yard.
Blaze Gravenese with
Gravenese
the carry for the Colonials.
With the ball, but
Brought down by
can't
number
get any
56,
yardage.
Joe
2nd and
Spillman.
10
No gain
from
on the
PW
play.
zone
It'll be
16
2nd and 10
with
for
3:08 to
Whitemarsh
go in the
from their
first
own
quarter.
16-yard line.
Down 7. This is the District 1 6A playoffs. Now we have 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Crowd chanting defense. Stowborough will try to make the pass, but it is incomplete. So 3rd and 10 now.
Storborough's pass intended for number 30, Daniel Margulies.
Dan Margulies
incomplete.
could not
It'll be
secure
3rd and
it.
10
It'll be
Colonials
3rd
from their own 16-yard line.
and 10 from the Colonials' own 16-yard line. The last time PW was in its own 20, Stowborough threw a pick. Kimball got it, and then on Whitley's first offensive play, Brock Anderson had an 8-yard score. So Stowborough, and that one is picked off, and it is a pick 6 touchdown, Ridley. 2nd interception for Stowborough in the first half. There's a flag on the play.
Return for a Green Raiders touchdown. Number 41, Sean Crowley.
Sean Crowley with the pick 6. It's now 13-0. Ridley, there is a flag on the play. But I think he will either offset or be against PW. Again, that was not a smart move by Stowborough. And the touchdown is good. PW coaching staff's going to have to make some arrangements to change things up. And now Ridley is celebrating a 13-point lead and will try to make it 14. I think the penalty is against Ridley and an offset. So it's 13-0 Ridley after the pick 6. Now here's the extra point, and it is symmetrically good. With 2:37 to go in the first quarter. 5th seeded Ridley, 14. 12 seeded PW 0. Once again, I'm 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh alumnus Scott David Weiss from Folsom, Pennsylvania.
There was a flag on that last play.
PW in the playoffs for the second straight year.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff
Against Ridley, and the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So not a smart move by the Green Raiders, but the pick six by Stowborough has been costly already. 2 interceptions by Stowborough, and both of them led to Ridley's scores. So Ridley is up 14-0 with 2:37 to go in the first quarter. As now Ridley will have the kickoff. PW football, not the only Plymouth Whitemarsh sport in District 1 playoffs. Sealy Byler's Lady Colonial volleyball team is 25-0 and has advanced to the District 1 4A Girls Volleyball Championship match against top-seeded Bishop Shanahan on Saturday, November 5th, 6 p.m. at Upper Dublin High School. It will be a great atmosphere as the 25-0 Lady Colonials will try to dethrone the 21-0 Bishop Shanahan Eagles. Bishop Shanahan is the defending District 1 champion in volleyball, and it's been a long time since PW Volleyball has been to the District 1 title game in that sport. That team won the District 1 championship in volleyball, we believe, in 1984. So good luck to Sealy Byler's squad. And there's the kickoff now. And it's Vince Martino with it, the 30. Now the 35. He'll run to the side. It'll dive short of the 40. The ball will be at PW's 38, it looks like.
Number 44, Ryan Greco. Colonials will
Ryan
take
Greco
over first and 10
brings him
from their own
down.
39-yard line.
It'll be
With
first and
2:30
10 for
to go in the
PW's
first
own
quarter.
39-yard line with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Ridley is up 14-0 as Joe Stowborough already with 2 interceptions. Both led to touchdowns, the second being a pick six. Now we'll hand it off to Wilson. Wilson will get a short gain, maybe a yard.
Donate Wilson with the carry for
It'll
the
be
Colonials,
second and
brought down
maybe
by number
9.
33, Greg Kimmel.
From PW zone 40.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll
Actually,
be
gain
second
of 2.
and 8, Plymouth Whitemarsh from
Second
their
and
own
8.
41-yard line.
From PW zone 41 with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. And now LEW's in the huddle shortly. Stowborough now talking. And there is a flag on the play. Delay a game, Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Flag on the play. Delay a game.
We'll
against
move
Plymouth
back.
Whitemarsh. 5-yard
5-yard penalty.
to make it
Second and 13.
13
From PW zone
from their
36.
own 36-yard line.
So the Colonials already down 14. Have a lot of work to do with a minute and 45 to go in the first quarter. Now Stowborough is going to go deep to Martina. He can't make the catch at the 42-yard line.
Stowborough's pass intended for number
Already a
11,
few
Vince Martino,
drops
goes
and
incomplete.
incompletions
That'll make it
by the
3rd and
Colonials.
13 Colonials from their own 36-yard line.
The Colonials will have to do it again. 3rd and 13 from the Colonials' own 36-yard line. So 3rd and 13 with a minute 38 to go in the first quarter. Again, PW has not won a District 1 playoff game in at least 11 years when Joe Acaviti was the head coach. And here's Stowborough, 3rd and long. He's already been picked off twice. He'll take a rush, and he'll be out of play. It'll be 4th down. And then Chang will probably have his unit on it.
Forced out of bounds by number 56, Joe Spillman.
Joe Spillman forces Stowborough out of play. 4th down for the Colonials.
Gain of 6 on the play.
It's 4th and
Makes it 4th and 8
And 8.
Colonials from their own 42-yard line.
On the District 1 6A scoreboard, top-seeded North Penn is leading 16 Haverford 14-7. 8th-seeded Springford leading 7-0 against 9th-seeded CB East. And the fair catch is made, bobbled, and it's a fumble. PW will get the ball. You have to be secure at the ball. That's the first turnover of the contest for the Green Raiders, and PW is now going to get the ball in Ridley territory. The fair catch was made, but it was fumbled.
John McGinley. Whitemarsh with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 from the Green Raiders' 34-yard line.
1:23 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, goodness, that was nicely done by Stephen Longo on the punt. Also on the District 1 6A scoreboard, 3rd-seeded Perkiomen Valley 14, 14th-seeded Penwood 0. Now Storwero will hand it off to Deontay Wilson, and he's got the outside open. He's got a first down, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Colonials! Deontay Wilson with the 34-yard Russian score.
Deontay Wilson with the carry for
PW cashes in on the Ridley mistake. It's now Ridley 14, PW 6. Just took one play on that possession, and after PW having to punt it, got it back on the fumble on the return, and PW is down 8 and will look to make it a 7-point game with 1:13 to go in the first half. The momentum has shifted now. Nice snap, and the kick is symmetrically good by Stephen Longo, and it's now Ridley 14, PW 7.
Stephen Longo's extra point is good, and with 1:13 to go in the first quarter,
Deontay Wilson.
The Ridley Green Raiders 14, the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials 7.
So it's 14-7 with 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Wilson had the game-winning score in the 26-20 overtime victory against Cheltenham 2 weeks before this playoff contest. That was PW's homecoming, which helped the Colonials clinch at least a share of the Suburban One American title. Again, PW shared Suburban One American title with Upper Dublin due to the 26-17 loss at Quakertown on October 28th. So Ridley is going to get the return now, and Ridley has to be secure at the ball this time. So this Ridley team, again, has a storied history. In fact, from 1981 to 1985 at one point, had a 47-game unbeaten streak. And also, in the 83-year history of Ridley football, had coaches such as Phil Marion and Joe McNicholas Marion, whose the field is named after here. Coached from 1943 to 1972 in 30 seasons, had a 223 59-13 record, while McNicholas for 24 seasons from 1973 to 1996 was 226, 28, and 2. That included a District 1 title in 1990, and also finished a state runner-up that season. Now here's the kickoff, and it is made. PW can't make the tackle, and finally does around the 33-yard line for Ridley. So this time, Ridley does not cough up the ball.
For the Green Raiders, brought down by number 30, Daniel Margulies.
Dan Margulies brings
take over first and
the Raiders down. First and 10 from Ridley's own 34-yard line. 33, actually. With 1:06 to go in the first quarter. It looked like PW was going to be in a terrible situation until Ridley on the last kickoff could not secure the ball as it was fumbled, and then Deontay Wilson got the 34-yard score. And now brought back on the carry, Kate Stratton.
Green Raiders, brought down by number 44.
Loses the yard.
Also one on
McGinley,
the play, 2nd and 11, Green Raiders from their own 31-yard line.
With the tackle, and it's 2nd and 11, Ridley. From Ridley's own 31-yard line with 44 seconds to go in the first quarter, and this could be the final play of quarter number 1. Stratton talking with his teammates. Stratton, the quarterback, has helped lead the Green Raiders to a 9-1 record and their first Central League title in 4 seasons. Stratton will hand it off. Will find an opening, And after a few missed tackles, finally brings
Malik Young
him
with the
down to
carry for the
Malik
Green
Young with the
Raiders, brought
carry.
down by number 44, John McGinley.
Will be third and about maybe 8. With 6 seconds to
Gain
go
of
in the
4
first
on the-
quarter.
Gain
And
of 3 on the play.
gain of 3. And after 1 quarter,
It'll be 3rd and 8 for the
Fifth
Green Raiders
seeded
from their
Ridley,
own 34-yard
14.
line. Ladies and gentlemen,
12th
that marks
seeded
the end of the first quarter
PWH7.
of
That is the
tonight's
end of the
contest.
first quarter.
With the
12
score
minutes are in the
Green
books.
Raiders 14, the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials 7.
No, it is 14-7 Ridley, and we'll have 12 more minutes to go in the first half. So PW down 7, trailed 14-0 as Stowborough threw 2 interceptions. One had been a pick 6 early on in the goaling as the Ridley band plays in the background. So, from Folsom, Pennsylvania, this is District 1 6A first round action. So the 16 teams in this 6A field. Top seeded North Penn hosting 16 Haverford. A seeded Springford hosting 9 Central Bucks East. 5th Ridley hosting 12 Plymouth Whitemarsh. 4 Coatesville hosting 13 Abington. 3 Perkiomen Valley hosting 14 Penwood. 6 seeded Downingtown East hosting 11 Souderton. 7 Central Bucks South hosting 10 Garnet Valley. And 2 Neshaminy hosting 15 Penridge. Perkiomen Valley, Neshaminy, and North Penn are all 10-0 entering first round action. Now Stratton has it. He's going to run back. He's going to get tackled. And wonder if that's going to be intentional grounding. I don't think so. And nice job by Stratton to throw that one. Otherwise, that was going to be a huge loss.
Brock Anderson falls incomplete.
The intended target was Brock Anderson. It will be 4th and 8 from Lily's own 34-yard line. PW looking to maybe tie things up if plays are successful on this drive. So now it will be a punting situation for the Green Raiders with 11:53 to go in the second quarter. PW is down 14-7. Now here's the punt. Wilson will make the fair catch. He loses it, but fortunately no one was there to recover.
Number 10, Donante Wilson.
Donante Wilson has it. PW will take over first and 10 from its own 25-yard line with 11:46 to go in the first half. Donante Wilson with the 30-plus yard rushing touchdown on the last PW drive. So again, this is the first round of football playoffs. The winner takes on either 13 Abington or 4 Coatesville. PW defeated Abington in the regular season contest in week 2, 7-0. PW's first loss of the season was opening week, 38-23 against Souderton, which is the 11th seed in these playoffs. There's Stowborough. He'll take it for himself. It'll look like no gain. So second and 10 now from the 25-yard line.
Carry for the Colonials, brought down by number 41, Sean Crowley. No
Sean Crowley with the tackle.
Plymouth Whitemarsh from their own 25-yard line.
Second and 10 from PW's own 25. So again,
one scores in the second quarter. Coatesville
PW in white,
Abington 0.
and the Green Raiders in green. So second and 10. Now Wilson with it. A one from the 20 on the outside. And maybe 1 yard at best he'll gain.
Donante Wilson with the
So
carry for the
third
Colonials,
and
brought down
long
by number 44,
for the
Ryan
Colonials.
Grieco.
Ryan Grieco with the tackle.
Third and
9 from PW's own 26.
27-yard line.
Actually 27 now. On the District 1 6A scoreboard, Coatesville now leads Abington 21-0. Souderton is leading Downingtown East 7-0. That's in the second quarter. And we're Downingtown East. On the District 1 5A scoreboard, Springfield Delco is leading Pencrest 21-0. And it looks like a lateral. Nice catch. Oh, it is lost. For goodness. That would have been a great gain, but that may have been Anderson on the coverage.
Leland Kurkowski's
Kurkowski.
pass attempt
Had to pass the 10.
Broken up by number 22.
Broken up by Anderson.
4th and 9, Colonials.
He had the ball,
26-yard line.
but Anderson was able to jar it loose. So 4th and 9 from PW Zone 26 will be a punt for Longo with 10:16 to go in the first half. PW is down 14-7, and it's been a turnover-prone game so far for each side. That was a very short punt. It will go to around the 45-yard line. A very poor punt for Longo, and it's
Stephen Longo's punt is down.
good position for the Green Raiders. First and 10 from
45-yard line with 10:05 to go.
Ridley zone, 45-yard line. It's November 4th, 2016.
Playoff scores in 4A, Interborough 21, Pope John II 0 in the first quarter.
As you just heard in the background in District 1 4A action, Interborough having a big lead against Pope John Paul II. Interborough is the neighbor of Ridley, and that's going to be a penalty against PW. It should make it 1st and 5 now for Ridley. Ridley and Interborough are scheduled to tussle on Thanksgiving Day in Prospect Park.
Offsides, Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Offsides, PW.
5-yard
penalty.
First
and
and
5
5
from
midfield.
the midfield area at the 50-yard line. Ridley in very good position. 10:05 to go in the first half. Ridley's up 7, and that is going to be short of the first down, about a 3-yard gain for the Green Raiders. They'll be second and about 2 with the Anderson carry. 2nd and 2 from the 47. PW is 47. This is PW's second straight year in the playoffs as a road team. PW's last 3 playoff appearances, including this one, have been on the road. And that's going to be a first down for the Green Raiders. And the chains will reset.
Carries for Green Raiders, first down.
So nicely done for Ridley. I believe that was Osio Miller, uniform 7. So Cade Stratton, the quarterback, will get things set up from PW's 41-yard line. 1st and 10 with 9:13 to go in the first half. Ridley's up 14-7. Oh, he is leveled.
Stratton's pass complete to number 11, Liam Wright.
Liam Wright gets it.
Brought down by number 7, Joe Storborough.
Soborough on defense brings him down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6, second and 4 from the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
8:50 to go in the second quarter. 14-7 Ridley. And again, Ridley, 676 wins, 175 losses, and 23 ties, an 83-year history of the program. So Ridley does not lose often. And that's going to be good enough for the first down on the carry. Looks like Brock Anderson with the rush. Anderson had the first touchdown of the contest for Ridley in the first quarter.
Carries for a Green Raiders, first down. Green Raiders 1st and 10 from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 28-yard line.
And Ridley has deadly offense, averaging close to 32 points per game, only giving up 8.5. And that's going to be pushed out of play, short of the first down. The ball was on the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about maybe 4.
Malik Young with the carry.
Malik Young with the carry.
Brought down by number 11, Vince Martina. Play goes for a Green Raiders first down. They'll be 1st and 10.
Green Raider first down, actually.
18-yard line.
1st and 10 for the PW 18-yard line. Now looks like the Raiders are in the red zone. The Green Raiders up by 7 with 8:09 to go in the second quarter. Cade Stratton has it. Will hand it off. No, he'll fake it. Then he'll break tackles. It will be just a bit short of the first down. We thought that was going to go to Brock Anderson, but the fake works. It'll be 2nd and 1
Cade Stratton with the carry for the Green Raiders.
from about the 9-yard
Brought
line.
down by number 9,
maybe.
Leonard Galante. Gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 Green Raiders from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 9-yard line.
And a lot of fans are now watching from outside the stadium here at Phil Marion Field. It's a bit chilly, but also pleasant. Anderson will carry, and we'll see if the chains are going to move.
Brock Anderson carries for a Green Raider.
And Anderson is able to get the first
down by
down.
number 44, John McGinley.
John
Green
McGinley
Raiders
brings
will
him
have
down.
First and goal from the Plymouth Whitemarsh.
First and goal from the
7-yard line.
PW 6-yard line. 7-yard line, actually. 7:18 to go in the first half. Ridley, 14, PW 7. Again, Ridley has won the district title 3 times, but has never won a state championship. So first and goal from PW 7 for the Green Raiders. And that is a quarterback draw, and it'll be short of the goal line for Cade Stratton.
Cade Stratton with the carry for the Green Raiders, brought down by number
So it looks
11,
like 2nd and
Vince
1
Martina. Gain of 6
on the
play.
1 yard
Second
line.
and goal
Of a
Green
gain of
Raiders
6.
from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 1 yard line.
So it's the PW 1 yard line. We'll see if Stratton will go with the sneak. It's a goal line stand with 6:28 to go in the first half. And it's going to be a Stratton Russell touchdown. Touchdown, Ridley.
Touchdown.
20-7 Ridley with 6:23 to go in the first half. 1 yard score by Cade Stratton. So Ridley extending the lead now to 13. And now's the extra point attempt for the Green Raiders. And the kick is symmetrically good. It is Ridley 21, PW 7 with 6:23 to go in quarter 2. As the Ridley faithful get to chant the fight song. So 6:23 to go in the first half as the officials are near the 5 yard line and will break up.
Extra point is good, and with 6:23 to go in the first half, the score is now the Ridley Green Raiders 21.
So
the Plymouth Whitemarsh
Ridley
Colonials 7.
is definitely one of the powerhouses in Pennsylvania. In
Building
fact,
our legacy,
as of
one season at a time.
2012,
Little Mermaid opens
Ridley
next
held the highest winning
Friday,
percentage in the state of
November 11th.
Pennsylvania at
And
over
will continue
76%.
the weekend of
Through
November 11th to the
2009,
weekend
Ridley
of
was
November
ranked the
18th.
24th best winning percentage in the U.S. with a percentage of around 78.51. So for Ridley back then to be in the top 25 in terms of winning percentage in the country, that's a storied program. This was according to Ridley's football website. So now will be the kickoff after the 1 yard touchdown and the extra point. The Green Raiders lead this one 21-7. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We're at Phil Marion Field in Folsom, Pennsylvania at the campus of Ridley High School. Now we'll have the kickoff from around the 10 yard line. It's Vince Martina, and we'll rush it to around the 27 yard
Vince
line.
Martina with the return for the Colonials.
As Ridley
Brought down by
cheerleaders
number 46,
throw plastic
Jacob
small
Garrett.
footballs to the student
Plymouth
section.
Whitemarsh will take over, 1st and 10.
PW will take over.
7-yard line.
From its own 27-yard line with 6:17 to go in the first half. So 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points so far for Ridley. PW with the Dante Wilson touchdown and the Longo extra point. Again, Joe Storborough has thrown 2 interceptions and 1 had been a pick 6. Wilson running. And it'll be complete to Martina. And he'll get the first down around the 42-yard line.
Sorborough's pass complete to number 11, Vince Martina.
So nicely
Brought down
done.
by number 24,
First
Alan
and
Martin.
10
Play
from
results
actually
in
the 41-yard
Colonials
line.
first down.
With
They'll be
6:11 to go in the
first
first
and
half.
10 From their own 41-yard line.
Now, this is PW's 5th playoff appearance in the last 6 years, from 2007 to 2011. I believe PW's record was 14-30, which included a 0-11 season in 2008. And here's Stowborough. He'll get it batted. Oh, nicely recovered by Gravinus. And he'll get to around the yard, around the line of scrimmage.
Storborough's pass complete.
Oh, so close to a third pick in the first half.
Brought down by number 44, Ryan Grieco.
I'm sure Dan Chang is
second and 9 Colonials from their
yelling
42-yard line.
At his ear. So it's 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. But Gravinus was there to recover. Otherwise, this could have been another pick 6 for Ridley. So Ridley is up 21-7 with 5:14 to go in the first half. PW the ball. Stowborough is on the 35. Will throw out of play. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9 from PW's 42.
For number 11, Vince Martina goes
Vince Martina could not get it. It's another incompletion.
Colonials from their own 42-yard line.
On TW's own 42-yard line. So Ridley in green, PW in white. Ridley the Central League champion, PW Sub-1 American champion. As a co-champion, I believe Ridley shared the title with Springfield Delco. As Ridley lost just once this season. Again, it was a 2014 defeat in overtime at the hands of Springfield Delco. Stowborough is not going to get sacked. Oh, fire! Martina is there. First down, PW at the Ridley 40-yard line.
Pass complete to number 11, Vince Martina.
Quick reflexes by Stowborough prevents the sack and
results in the Colonials first
gets
down. They'll be 1st and 10 from the Green
close to
Raiders
20
40-yard
yards
line,
on
with
the throw.
4:59 to go in the first half.
So 1st and 10 from Ridley's 40-yard line with 4:58 to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now, PW in Ridley territory. Stowborough has it, will gain a few yards, and it'll be
Joe
2nd
Stowborough
down.
with the carry for the Colonials, brought down by number 44, Ryan Grieco. Gain of 3 on the play, it'll be 2nd and 7, Colonials.
2nd and 7, PW from the Ridley 37. It'll be important for Dan Chang's squad to get a score here because Ridley has responded to the Colonials so far. So 2nd and 7 at the 37. Stowborough is at the 45. And he'll take the rush. And it will be about
Joe Stowborough with the carry for the Colonials.
maybe a yard or
Forced out of
no
bounds
gain.
by number 33, Greg Kimmel.
So Craig Kimmel with the tackle. So 3rd and
Loss of
7.
1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8, Plymouth Whitemarsh.
If it's 3rd and 8 at the 38.
From the Green Raiders, 38.
It was a loss of 1. 4 minutes to play in the first half. It is 5th seeded Ridley 21, 12th seeded PW 7. And now from the right side. So well to his left. He will fire to a wide open Martina. First down. And even more, he trips. Another flag. This one may go back.
Flag on the play.
Maybe unnecessary leftness. Ridley players clapping their hands may go against the Colonials and will wipe out the first down. As Martina did get the carry, get the reception. Officials are now going to discuss, and it's going to be brought back.
Storborough's pass is complete to number 11, Vince Martina. At the end of the play, illegal use of the hands against Plymouth Whitemarsh. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Play results in a first down. Colonials will be 1st and 10 from the Green Raiders' 30-yard line with 3:51 to go in the first half.
And it'll be 1st and 10 PW still for an illegal use of the hands. And there was a loss of yardage, but PW is now at Ridley's 30-yard line with 3:36 to go in the first half, and PW is down 21-7. Stowborough will try to get out of the way. He gets an opening. A throw. Martina is there. Oh, bobbles it. Martina was open and bobbles it out of the end zone. Another incompletion. And Ridley let Stowborough throw wide open. So 2nd and 10 from the Ridley 30-yard line with 3:23 to go in the second quarter. This is District 1 6A playoff action on CITV. It's the first season with 6 classifications in the PIAA. So 2nd and 10 from the Ridley 30, PW down 14. First half, there's Deontay Wilson. He'll be brought down, maybe a loss of 1. So it looks like it'll be 3rd and 11 from the 31.
For the Colonials, brought down by number 24, Alan Martin.
Wilson has the lone touchdown for the Colonials in this game.
No gain on the play.
No gain. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 30.
From the Green Raiders
3 minutes to go
line.
in the first half. Ridley 21, PW 7. And there'll be a timeout on the field. As there is a down player. And it's Wilson. And AJ, the trainer for PW, was out there. Attend to him. In the game we covered earlier this season on CITV, a 21-14 win against Upper Moreland. Christian Jones had been down and did not return to the game. And all his injuries are concerned. And Wilson will get up on his own. And it looks like he was just winning on the play. Christian Jones, I believe, is okay to play, as he did see some action in past weeks. But Wilson was knocked down, had a hard time getting up, was able to get up on his own after getting 10-2 by PW's trainer, AJ. So now 3rd and 10 from the Ridley 30, with 2:56 to go in the first half. And now the clock runs down. And now 2:45 to go in the first half. Need to get it out in time before another delay of game. Here's Stowborough. There's a flag. He'll go to the 46-yard line. A huge loss. We'll see if the flag is going to go against the Green Raiders or the Colonials. There's 2:30 to go in the first half. 21-7 Ridley. And it will go against the Colonials. Penalty is declined.
Down behind the line of scrimmage by number 44, Ryan Greco. And number 56, Joe Spillman.
Greco and Spillman with the tackles.
Loss of 14 on the play.
Loss of 14.
Makes it 4th and 24 for the Colonials.
4th and 24.
On the Green Raiders 44-yard line.
And it will be a punt. So what looked to be a promising drive turned into no points because of penalties. And penalties will do that. And now Longo will punt it. And it will bounce back. And it will be around the Ridley 30-yard line.
Stephen Longo's punt is downed by number 7, Joe Stowborough. Green Raiders take over.
Yes, Green Raiders will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 30. 2:07 to go in the first half. Ridley is up 14. Once again, I'm Scott Saladero Weiss. You're watching District 1 6A opening round football action on CITV from Folsom, Pennsylvania. Now Cade Stratton, the quarterback, is back on the field. Stratton, the last Ridley drive, had a 1-yard score. Now there's a first down and maybe some more for Malik Young. And that's going to be unnecessary for the Colonials, and that's going to be a bigger gain. The penalty will get against
Malik Young
PW.
carries for a Green Raiders first down.
Ridley first down, and it will be at least a 5-yard penalty against PW.
Bukowski, flag on the play.
Maybe unnecessary roughness. Maybe an illegal block in the bat. And it'll now be... We'll see where it's going to get spotted. Wow, it's really going to be put further back. It's at the 30, PW 39-yard line.
Foul against Plymouth Whitemarsh. 15-yard penalty.
It was a 15-yard penalty.
Green Raiders 1st and 10 from the Plymouth.
And the Colonials are giving even more great opportunities to the Green Raiders. We knew this would not be an easy game for PW, but PW is letting this one go so far. The ball is lost. Another fumble. PW had it, but it may go back to Ridley. PW coaching staff up in the press
by number 7,
box.
O.C. Miller. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be
He's yelling, "What are you doing?"
Green Raiders from
O.C. Miller is able to
41
recover.
yard line.
PW had it, but could not get the ball security. It would have been the second fumble lost and turned over for the Green Raiders. So, minute 22 to go in the first half. Ridley is up 21-7 over Plymouth Whitemarsh. Ridley is the 5th seed, PW the 12. Winner plays Coatesville or Abington in the second round. And then that one is lost again, and Ridley is fortunate to recover it again. That's 2 straight fumbles for the Green Raiders, and PW's doing a good job on defense. Looks like we got another down player. Brock Anderson is a bit shaken. He is now kneeling down. Looks like he had gotten the wind knocked out of him. Number 22 in green, and he'll walk off on his own, but he's shaking his head as if he doesn't know where he is. 59 seconds to go in the first half. Ridley is up 21-7, and we'll have 3rd and 12 from PW's 41. And Anderson seems to be shaken, but not injured. So play will continue, and the clock will wind down. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Ridley 21, PW 7. We'll pitch it to Miller. And it will look like a first down for the Raiders. Timeout, Ridley. Coaching staff quickly calls a timeout to preserve some time.
Carries for Green Raiders. First down. Brought down by number 9, Leonard Galante. Timeout, Green Raiders, their first, with 36 seconds to go in the first half.
Ridley will use its first timeout. Each team has used a timeout so far in this first half. As a reminder, the second half, Ridley will receive because it kicked off to lead the game. In the recap, Joe Stowborough threw 2 interceptions in the first half. The first one led to a one-play, 8-yard score for Brock Anderson. The second one was a pick 6. I think it was Kimball who may have got it. Kimball, I believe, intercepted one of them. So it made it 14-0, and PW was able to recover a fumble lost by the Raiders and had been able to score on a 30-plus yard rush by Donante Wilson. So 21-7 Ridley, 36 seconds to go in the first half. And now it's going to be a pass wide open. There's O.C.L. Miller. He goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ridley. O.C.L. Miller.
Big Stratton pass complete to number 7. O.C. Miller goes for a Green Raiders
For the
touchdown.
Reception, touchdown. It's now 27-7. Ridley here in the first half with 29 seconds to go. Wide open, and PW let that one go away easily. And we'll let Ridley fans do the fight song. And the kick is low, but it is symmetrically good. 28-7 Ridley. with 29 seconds to go in quarter number 2. PW is going to need to get the offense going, because what was a 14-7 game early on is now 28-7. Again, Ridley scores an average 32 points a game. In fact, Ridley has allowed more than 10 points in a game just 4 times this season. Ridley with 31.6 points per game, 8.5 points allowed per game, and a 23.1 margin of victory. Most points Ridley had in the game this season was 55 in a 55-0 win versus Heritage. On October 14th, the last 3 games, Ridley had at least 35 points in each of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, at halftime tonight, please visit our snack stand. All proceeds benefit the class.
Now 29 seconds remain in the first half. PW definitely needs to score here because Ridley's going to receive first in the second half. And we knew this was going to be a difficult matchup for PW. And the goal was to keep the game close in the first half, and what had been a 14-7 game at one point is turned into a 3-score difference in favor of Ridley. Ridley the 5th seed, 28. PW the 12th seed, 7. PW is in white, Ridley is in green. Now here's the kickoff. Martina is at the 5-yard line. Well, at the 20, 25, 30. He has an opening, goes over some players, and will be at around short of the 30, around the 27-yard line. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Pat McClintock with the tackle. First to 10 for PW.
From their own 28-yard line.
Spotted at PW's own 28. Maybe 1 or 2 more plays in this first half for PW. This could be the final play of the first half. Stowborough, the quarterback, with already 2 interceptions. 1 had been a pick 6. Stowborough with it. He'll rush. And he'll get out of play short of first down with 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Stowborough with the carry for the Colonials. Forced out of bounds by number 7, O.C. Miller.
O.C. Miller forces him out of bounds. Gain of 7, but he's second and 3
Colonials from their own 35-yard line.
From PW's own 35-yard line. There's 14 seconds left in the first half, and Coach Jan Chang and the rest of the coaching staff are always going to let PW have it, because it has not been a really good first half. Stowborough will throw it out of play. No intentional grounding.
Storgle's pass intended for number 11.
And the flag goes. That may be intentional grounding. With 8 seconds to go in the first half, and this looks like it could be the final play of the opening half. As Stowborough will go to the sidelines, get his play. Oh, it's going to go against Ridley. We're going to move the ball ahead. It'll be an automatic first down.
The Green Raiders. 15-yard penalty will make it 1st and 10. Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Personal foul, 15-yard penalty on Ridley.
To go in the first half.
It will be at midfield with 8 seconds to go in the first half. This is either going to be a rush or it's going to be a long throw. Stowborough runs back. PW's huddled at the 40. But we'll take the ball from midfield. 8 seconds to go in the first half. 5th seeder Ridley, 28. Visiting 12th seeder Plymouth Whitemarsh, 7. There's Stowborough around the 40. He's not going to get the ball out. He's going to run with just about a second left on the scoreboard. He runs out of bounds.
Stowborough with the carry for the Colonials. Forced out of bounds by number 41, Sean Crowley.
So again, PW allows 17.6 points per game, has already allowed more than that in the first half alone. And it looks like there'll be a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Green
Timeout,
Raiders,
Ridley.
Second. with 1
It's second with 1 second to go. Dan Chang is now going to go in the huddle. We have a PW student carrying water, wearing the red 15 jersey. Officials at midfield. 2nd and 9 and around the 50. Just a second to go. PW is going to need to snap it before clock hits 0. And then will be halftime. It has not been a very good first half for PW. Ridley has taken advantage of 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. And Cade Stratton, the quarterback for Ridley, even has a rushing touchdown of his own, a 1-yard score in the second quarter. Well, let's see if PW can snap the ball in time with 1 second left. Here's the snap. It's going to be the final play of the first half. Here's the throw. It is complete. Lateral caught. And PW falls at the 29-yard line. And that is the end of the first half after 24 minutes of play. 5th-seeded Ridley, 28. 12th-seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh, 7. Second half action is coming up on CITV. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the first round of District 1 6A football playoffs on CITV. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We headed the second half with 5th-seeded Ridley beating 12th-seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh 28-7. In the first 12 minutes, it was 14-7 Ridley, thanks to a pair of interceptions thrown by PW's Joe Stowborough. The first pick was picked off by Greg Kimmel, and then the next play, an easy rushing touchdown for Brock Anderson. The extra point made it 7-0. It was 14-0 when Stowborough was picked off, this time by Sean Corelli, and the extra point was good. It made it 14-0 Green Raiders. But then a fumble by Ridley allowed PW to have one play for a 30-plus yard rushing touchdown by Dante Wilson. That made it 14-7. But the second quarter, Ridley outscored PW 14-0 thanks to a 1-yard rushing touchdown by the quarterback Cade Stratton, and then a wheel route by Stratton to O.C. Miller made that 27-0, and the extra point made it 28-7, not 0-7. Although, you know, PW has not really played well enough to score many points. So PW just getting loose for another minute and change. Now it's 28-7 Ridley. The winner again of this game will move on to the second round on November 11th to face either 13th-seeded Abington or 4th-seeded Coatesville. Again, PW has not won a first-round playoff game in at least 11 years when Joe Acaviti was PW's head coach. That PW team may have had Darrell Scott, who then went to the University of Maryland and eventually got drafted by the New York Football Giants. Now, PW was in white, Ridley was in green, and we're in Folsom, Pennsylvania at Phil Marion Field, Ridley High School. And again, Ridley in 83 years, 676 wins, 175 losses, and 23 ties. Perhaps the highest winning percentage by any Pennsylvania school to not yet win a state championship. The Green Raiders have won the District 1 4A title 3 times, 1990, 2007, 2009, had just one PIAA state championship appearance back in 1990, and it was a loss in the state championship game. So again, Dan Wood, first-year head coach for Ridley, and Dan Chang in his 7th season at the helm for Plymouth Whitemarsh. His brother, Phil Chang, also a coach for the football team, even is the head coach for Plymouth Whitemarsh boys lacrosse. PW is going to kick off here to Ridley because Plymouth Whitemarsh received first in the first half. So it's 28-7 Ridley as we have 12 more minutes on the clock for the third quarter. Again, 16 teams on this November 4th in the District 1 6A playoffs. Only 8 can move on to the quarterfinals, and only one team, the district champ, will go to the state tournament, which I believe is a state semifinal appearance per se. So in the third quarter, 4th-seeded Coatesville had led Abington 28-0. And PW beat Abington early on in the regular season 7-0. As the Ridley student section cheering on their Green Raiders. So Stephen Longo will do the honors again with the kickoff. Brock Anderson is there. So is Malik Young, and Anderson has it at the 21. Will dodge a few tackles, and he is brought down around the 33-yard line. And that's where the Green Raiders will take over. 11:53 to go in the third quarter. Ridley is up, 28-7.
Brock Anderson with the return for the Green Raiders, brought down by number 6, Terrence Robinson. Green Raiders will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Now 1st and 10 at Ridley's 35. Cade Stratton, the quarterback. He will fake it, and he'll run up the gut, and we'll get the first down close to midfield.
Cade Stratton
about a 14-yard gain.
First down.
So first down Ridley.
Brought down by number 7, Joe Storbel. 15-yard pickup, 1st and 10, Green Raiders from midfield.
So it's a 15-yard rush for the first down. Green Raiders will be at midfield, 1st and 10. Minute of 30 seconds gone by in this third quarter. PW's in white, Ridley in green. Will shoot it off. There's Young. And it will be a loss of a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11 at the 49.
The Raiders brought down by number 44.
The Ridley 49.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. Green Raiders from their own 49-yard line.
So the pitch out did not work that time. PW has to not allow any points. Not at all in order to have a shot at even winning this game. Ridley student section getting loud. So 2nd and 11. 10:49 to go in the third quarter for the Raiders. Anderson on the carry. And it looks like he's there for the first down. Now he gets about the 11-yard rush.
Anderson carries for the Green Raiders.
But he'll be marked, I believe, just a bit short. So 3rd and 1.
Brought down by number 6, Terrence Robinson.
Terrence Robinson brought down Anderson.
Gain
So
of 10 on the play.
3rd and short.
3rd and 1, Green Raiders.
From the 40,
from the Plymouth Whitemarsh
PW 41-yard line. So we'll see if there's going to be a sneak here. And Stratton in forward progress will get the first down by about 1 or 2 yards.
Cade Stratton carries for a Green Raiders. First down.
So good job by the quarterback for
Brought down
Ridley.
by number 6,
1st and
Terrence
10.
Robinson. Green Raiders are now 1st and 10 from the Colonials 37-yard
From
line.
the PW 37-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 5th seeded Ridley 28. Plymouth Whitemarsh, the 12 seed 7. PW in 2015 lost by just a touchdown at top seeded Downtown East as the 16th seed, and this time around PW is nowhere close to even on the cusp of victory. There's Stratton, he'll throw. O.C. Miller is the intended target, and a few PW defenders are there
Stratton
to make sure Miller doesn't get it.
Falls incomplete. Second
So it's
and 10,
incomplete.
Green Raiders from the Plymouth
Second and
Whitemarsh
10.
37-yard line.
Green Raiders from the PW 37-yard line. With 9:30 to go in quarter 3, it's still 28-7 Ridley. Ridley is also known for boys basketball the last 2 seasons, advanced to the state tournament that included a district semifinal loss in 2015 to PW. PW went on to be the district runner-up and advanced to the state quarterfinal. That was back in 2015. Brock Anderson carries it. We'll get a few yards. So it'll be third down for the Raiders with 9:19 to go in the third quarter, up
Brock
21.
Anderson with the carry for the Green Raiders, brought down by number 54, Will Maley.
Will Maley brings it down. 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd
Gain
and
of
6
4.
Green Raiders from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 33-yard line.
9 minutes to go in the third quarter. 28-7 Ridley. PW has yet touched the ball in the second half. Again, the winner takes on either 13 Abington or 4 Coatesville. If Coatesville wins, this will be Ridley's last home game of the season unless teams seated lower lose as well. If the Green Raiders should advance past this in the next round.
Make it 4th and 6.
Incomplete,
from the Plymouth
as Miller couldn't handle it.
33-yard line.
So 4th and 6 at the PW 33-yard line, and this will force a punt as Brock Anderson will take the punt. Dan Tring probably hoping for a block punt. Dante Wilson around the 10-yard line. Wilson has PW's lone touchdown. It came in the first quarter. It was 14-7 in the first quarter, and it was 14-0 run for Ridley in the second. And that's going to probably be a false start against Ridley. And
false start
we'll
against the Green
move
Raiders.
back.
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty will remain.
Makes it
4th down. 4th and
11
11 from the PW
from the
38.
Plymouth Whitemarsh 38-yard line.
But Wilson is still at the PW 10. 8:38 to go in the third quarter. Still 28-7 Ridley. Anderson is able to punt it. There'll be a fair catch for Wilson.
Fair catch made
And
by
around the
number 10,
13-yard
Dante
line.
Wilson for Plymouth Whitemarsh. They'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line. Now 8:31 to go in the third quarter. PW down 21. And already 2 times early in this game which PW was close to the end zone at the wrong end. Have been interceptions by Stowborough. One was a pick 6 by Sean Crowley. So 1st and 10 from the PW 14 for the Colonials. So Stowborough is back at it. And PW had lost the first game of the regular season, then won 8 straight before losing during the last week of regular season at Quakertown, 26-17, which put PW in the road game situation, and that is a carry.
Blaze Gravenese for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
We'll gain a couple.
Number 44, Ryan Greco.
Ryan Greco brings him down. So 2nd down now for PW.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Colonials.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 in the
18-yard
PW
line.
18, and the clock winds down. Now about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still Ridley 28, PW 7. This is Phil Marion Field in Folsom, Pennsylvania. And that is a short gain now for, looks like, Gravenese.
Blaze Gravenese with the carry for the Colonials, brought down by number 44, Ryan Greco.
Ryan Greco brings him down yet again. So 3rd and 5.
Gain of 1 on the play.
A 1 yard
3rd
gain.
and 5, Colonials.
Ridley student section wanting the defense to take care of business yet again. With 7:18 to go in the third quarter. PW on 3rd down, and now here's a rush. And it is a nice tackle as Wilson looked like he had plenty of room to run, but is
Donante Williams
stopped.
with the carry for the Colonials, brought down by number 2, Mike Callan.
And around the 20. So looks like we're going to have a punt here. And O.C. Miller, uniform 7, is down. Training staff will have to tend to him.
Gain of 3 on the play.
It was a gain of
It'll
3.
make it 4th and
It'll
2
be 4th
from
and
Whitemarsh
2.
From their own 22-yard line.
PW from its own 22. 6:51 to go in quarter 3. Especially to Ridley, 28. Plymouth Whitemarsh are 12 seed 7. Once again, this is 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh alumnus Scott Samuel David Weiss. And believe it or not, on Tuesday, November 8th, it's the first round of the PIAA District 1 4-way girls volleyball playoffs, and Plymouth Whitemarsh girls will either be the district champion or district runner-up, and we're really looking forward to covering that, as November 19th is believed to be the state championship of girls volleyball set to take place in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So, Miller had the ball, and then looks like PW was going for a sneak on first
Joe
down.
Storbel with the carry for the Colonials, brought down by the interior
Joe
line of the Green Raiders
Storbel
defense.
carries it and
Play
just
results
gets the first
in
down.
a Plymouth Whitemarsh first down. They'll be first and 10 from their own
That is a
24-yard
gutsy
line.
call
with
to
6.5
go
minutes
for
to go in
on
the
fourth
third quarter.
down in your own territory. But PW gets a fresh set of downs now. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. PW still down 28-7. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Sturborough hands it off, and there's nowhere to run.
Blaze Gravenese with the carry
Gravenese
for the
again, and
Colonials.
looks like he lost a couple yards.
Brought down by number 56, Joe Spillman.
Joe
Gain
Spillman
of 1
brings
on
it
the play.
down.
It'll be 2nd and 9. Plymouth
It's actually a
Whitemarsh
gain
from
of
their own
1.
25-yard line.
Now we're at 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. PW still down 28-7. And there are a few yards there for Wilson.
Donante Wilson with the carry
Donante
for
Wilson
the
with the
Colonials.
carry.
Brought down by number 3, Sam Ferkler.
Sam Ferkler brings him down. It'll be about 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Third
It'll be
and 2.
3rd and 2, Colonials from their own 32-yard
From
line.
PW's own 32. It's 5:17 to go in the third quarter. 28-7 Ridley. Stoborough pitches it out. No gain. It's actually maybe a loss of 2, and it's now
Donante
4th
Williams
and
with the
maybe
carry for
4.
the Colonials.
Tay Wilson again.
Brought down by number 55.
And
Nick
he is
DiPrigio.
down again early in the first half. He had been down, and AJ, the trainer, had to tend to him. 5:03 to go in quarter number 3. Ridley the 5th seed, 28. PW the 7. PW 7.
No gain on the play.
Is
That'll make it 4th and 2,
the 12th
Colonials
seed.
from their own 32-yard line.
As he's still down, it's going to be 4 and 2 on PW's own 32. So in 2011, PW was the 4 seed and lost to the 13 seed. In 2012, PW was the 5th seed and lost to the 12 seed. 2013 was the 10 seed and lost to the 7 seed. 2014 did not make the playoffs, and last year PW was the 16th seed and lost by a touchdown to one down in Town East. As now players are kneeling for the Colonials. Ridley is not kneeling at all. But Wilson gets off on his own power. And it'll now be 4th down and 2 yards to go for a first. And this may be another 4th down conversion opportunity unless Stephen Longo's going to punt it. But Dan Chain's probably thinking you got to get a score now, otherwise the chances of winning are going to be much more than slim. Next to impossible. Looks like there'll be a timeout for PW with 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Plymouth Whitemarsh is down 28-7. And it's November 4th, the first Friday in November. And Sunday, November 6th is daylight savings time. So you have to fall back 1 hour, be a 25-hour day. And if you're watching this game past November 6th, and hopefully you remember to change your clocks back 1 hour. So again, we're at Phil Marion Field, home of the Ridley Green Raiders in Folsom, Pennsylvania. First round of the District 1 6A football playoffs, first year of 6 classifications. As right now, both teams are in huddles near the sideline. It's going to be 4th and 2 from the 32-yard line for PW in PW territory. The Green Raiders come back on the field. PW still in the huddle. It's 4:46 to go in the third quarter. PW down 28-7. PW had come within 14-7. And it looks like the Colonials are going for it. Joe Burrow will throw. Pass is complete. No, it's not. It is dropped. And there'll be a turnover on downs.
For number 11, Vince Martina falls incomplete.
And Martina cannot handle it.
On downs. 1st and 10 from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 32-yard line.
A long drive in terms of time with not a lot of gain. It's another turnover and downs for the Colonial. So Ridley in good position at PW's 32-yard line with 4:41 to go in the third quarter, up 28-7. District 1 6A update. Top seeded North Penn is leading 16th seeded Haverford in 49-7. That's in the fourth quarter. And there's going to be a minimal gain. And there's a flag on the play. And it may go against the Green Raiders.
Flag on the play.
Not a smart move for Dan Wood's squad. And it's spotted at the 30-yard line. Now 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ridley still at 28-7. And it will go against the Green Raiders. Well, maybe November 4th, but we're also 4 days away from Election Day, which is November 8th. Colonial School District doesn't have school that day, but of course the PWA Colonial Volleyball team would be scheduled to have
conduct against the Green Raiders.
A first-round state
penalty.
Tournament match.
Makes it 2nd and 23 for the Green Raiders.
2nd and 23
from the 45-yard line.
From the PW 45-yard line. So 2nd and 23 for Ridley. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And PW is going to bring down Cade Stratton, the quarterback, at midfield. That's a loss of a few more. And it'll be third and very long for the Green Raiders with 3:50 to go in the third quarter.
Play. It'll be 3rd and 24 Green Raiders from the
third and 24.
46-yard line.
From the PW 46-yard line. It was 14-7 Ridley after one quarter, 28-7 Green Raiders at the half. This is just the third possession in the third quarter. Each team has taken long drives but cannot capitalize. Stratton will hand it off. Wide open for Miller, and he is taken down at around the 25. That'll be short of the first down.
O.C. Miller with the carry for the Green
Miller
Raiders.
Carried it.
Brought down by number 44, John McGinley.
John McGinley brings him down. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ridley, 28, PW 1. It'll be 4th and 3.
Pickup of 21 on the play.
It was a pickup of 21.
Green Raiders from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 25-yard line.
And it looks like Dan Wood's squad's going to go for it. They're close to the red zone, so why not? Cade Stratton, the quarterback. He'll hand it. No, he'll fake it. And he'll be brought down, and it should be a turnover on downs.
Cade Stratton with
We'll see if there's any forward progress.
6, Terrence Robinson.
Terrence Robinson brings him down, and it looks like it will be first down Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Gain of 1 on the play.
It was just
Not
a
good
gain of
enough for
1.
the first down. Plymouth Whitemarsh will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10 PW from PW's own 23. Just the 4th possession of the second half. There's 2.5 minutes to go. 5th-seeded Ridley 28. 12th-seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh 7. PW, along with being 0-11 back in 2008, was 0-8 in its first season ever. Stowborough froze, and believe it was complete to Martina. 2nd down, and about 5.
Complete to number 11, Vince Martina.
Martina
down by number
had
3,
been
Sam
unable
Kirkler.
to convert
Gain of
on some
7 on the
catches
play.
a
It'll
few
be 2nd
times
and
this
3
game.
Colonials from their own
2nd and
30-yard
3
line.
PW for PW's own 30. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. PW down by 21. Stowborough, and that one is deflected. Intended for Khan Jamal.
Khan Jamal goes incomplete.
Surprisingly,
3rd and
Khan
3
Jamal
Colonials
usually
from their own 30-yard line.
gets a lot of carries and rushes, and he has not been active often tonight. And PW comes into this contest with 2 consecutive poor performances. Yeah, sure, PW did beat Cheltenham 26-20 in overtime during homecoming, but then lost the following week 26-17 at Quakertown. And Quakertown was not in any position to make the playoffs, and that's could be a false start or an offsides, and that could go against Ridley. Officials will discuss. We have 1:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. PW down 21. It's against PW.
Plymouth Whitemarsh. 5-yard penalty will make it.
So 3rd and
8
3
for the
turns to
Colonials from
3rd
their
and
own
8 from
25-yard line.
PW's own 25-yard line. With Dan Chang in his 7th season at the helm for PW, the most losses he had in the season was 5. That was his first season back in 2010. The other seasons had ended, I believe, with 3 losses or fewer. And that one was nearly picked off by Malik Young and levels the intended Colonial.
Storbal's pass broken up by number 10, Malik Young. Will make it 4th and 8 Colonials from their own 25-yard line.
Was able to break that up, and Stephen Longo is going to punt it. It'll be the first punt of the second half. 1:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. 5th-seeded Ridley 28. 12th-seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh 7. This is the District 1 6A football playoffs first round on CITV. Longo is at the 10. Nearly lost it, and will kick it past midfield. And will now run to the 50. And before being taken down on the play by Terrence Robinson.
Alan Martin with the return for the Green Raiders. Flag on the play.
And there is a flag on the play. Alan Martin got the reception and return. And there was a flag on the play. It is Ridley possession. It was initially 1st and 10. And it looks like the penalty may have gone against Ridley. With 1:31 to go in the 3rd quarter, Ridley's still up. 28-7.
Against the Green Raiders.
Illegal block against Ridley.
10
yards from the spot.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 from Ridley's own 28-yard line.
Seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And there are only 12 minutes in the quarter. PW does not have a lot of time left in this game to catch up. PW has 2 timeouts. Ridley has all 3. And the Raiders are not able to get
Late
any
down with the
yardage.
carry for the Green Raiders, brought down by number 6, Terrence Robinson.
Terrence Robinson with the tackle. Minute 17 now to go in the third quarter. PW is down 21.
It'll be 2nd and 9. Green Raiders
Second and 9.
29-yard line.
In the 29, so a pickup of 1. In the fourth quarter, for 13, Abington trails Fort Coatesville 35-0. And there's a flag
Brock Anderson with the carry
after
for
the
Green
Brock
Raiders.
Anderson
Flag on the flag.
3-yard carry. We'll see if the Raiders have to back it up even further. All start. Ridley. 5-yard penalty will make it 2nd and 14.
Illegal formation against the Green Raiders.
Actually, illegal
5-yard
formation.
penalty will make it 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14 from the Ridley
From their
24.
own 25-yard
25
line.
actually.
24-yard line.
24, yeah. Some confusion from the public address announcer. Under a minute to play in the third quarter, Ridley is up 21. PW has not led this game. Ridley opened the game with 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points thanks to 2 Joe Storbro interceptions. One of them was a pick 6 scored by Sean Crowley. Stratton loses a few yards.
Cade Stratton brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 54,
Cade Stratton brought
Will
down
Maley.
by the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter, and that will bring us to the end of 36 minutes. After 36 minutes of regulation, 5th seeded Ridley 28, 12th seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh 7. We'll start the fourth quarter with a 3rd down, 18 to go at the 20-yard line.
Whitemarsh Colonials 7.
So PW is going to have to get 3 scores and not allow any points to Ridley. At this point, it may take a miracle for that to happen. Once again, on 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh London Scottsdale David Weiss, Friday, November 4th, 2016, from Phil Marion Field at Ridley High School in Folsom, Pennsylvania. The 2 schools, PW and Ridley, separated by about 22 miles. PW and Ridley has played against each other a few times this year in different sports. I believe PW girls volleyball defeated Ridley 3 sets to none, and PW field hockey team opened regular season play with a 5-2 victory against the Green Raiders. Now the officials will spot the ball at the Ridley 20 as teams switch ends. Now in the third quarter, no one scored. So we had 12 minutes of regulation to go. PW is going to have to get a stop here and score quickly. PW is down 28-7. Ridley averages 31.6 points per game. Stratton will take the run, but will be taken down at around the 35. Still not good enough for a first down. He gets about 15, 16 yards.
Brought down by number 9, Leonard Galante. Pick up a 15 on the play. It'll be
Pick up a 15.
4th and 3, Green
4th and
Raiders
3,
from their own
Ridley.
35-yard
But it'll
line.
be a punt for Ridley. Dante Wilson back on the field to receive it. Wilson already with 1 touchdown in this game. And that's PW's lone score, along with an extra point. Wilson will lave it down at around the PW Ridley, the PW 25.
Fair catch called for and made by number 10,
Fair
Dante
catch
Wilson.
by Dante
Plymouth
Wilson.
Whitemarsh will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 from
11-12 to
PW's
go in
own
the fourth
25-yard line with 11-12 to go in the fourth quarter. PW's down 28-7. This is a elimination game. It's all games in the PIAA or elimination. This is not like other sports in which if you lose at a certain point, you can play back your way. But you must win to advance. There's Stowborough. And he's going to get sacked. A loss of a yard.
Joe Storable brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 55, Nick DiPrinzio.
Nick DiPrinzio brings him
Loss
down.
of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 16.
It was actually a loss of 6.
From their own 19-yard line.
Was worse than it looked. So 2nd and 16 from PW's 19-yard line. Stowborough tried to find someone open with a throw, but couldn't get the ball off, and DiPrinzio made him pay. Now 2nd and 16 from the PW 19. Colonials with the ball. Stowborough at the 10, now the 7. Will throw out of play. And that's probably going to be intentional grounding.
Make it 3rd and 16.
As a flag is thrown.
19-yard line. Flag on the play.
Well, it's actually thrown at around the 25, maybe something else. Because it seemed to be beyond 10 yards of a receiver. I think it is against PW.
Ineligible man downfield against Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Ineligible
The penalty
man
is declined.
downfield. The penalty is declined.
Making it 3rd and 16.
3rd and
Colonials
16 from
from their own 19-yard line.
PW's 19-yard line. 10:24 to go in regulation. Ridley 28, PW 7. And Ridley has allowed fewer than 10 points on quite a few occasions. Had not allowed more than 10 in the last 3 games. In fact, 6 of the 10 games had allowed fewer than 10. And that is incomplete. 4th down.
Stoborough's pass broken up by number 24,
16.
Alan Martin, making
Alan
it
Martin
4th
breaks
and
it up.
16 for the Colonials from their own 19-yard line.
Making it 4th and 16. Looks like Longo is coming on the field to punt. Dan Chang doesn't have a choice. It's not a great position to go for it on 4th and long. PW's going to look to get a quick stop already. Ridley earlier in the game on a kickoff or a punt had dropped the ball and gave PW a turnover, and then Wilson scored. That was in the first quarter. Flag is on the field. Flags aplenty, flags galore in the second half. 10:03 to go in regulation. Ridley is up by 21. And again, the Green Raiders in 2015 was 7-5. Right now, 9-1, finished 8-1 in Central League play. And an official is talking to the Ridley coaching staff. We're going to see what the problem is as Stratton is straddling down the sidelines. And it was, I believe, maybe another penalty against PW. Ridley has the ball now. And it just gets worse from here for PW. There are only 10 minutes and change to go in regulation. Yes, there is still enough time to score 3 touchdowns, but you're going to have to do plenty of onside kicks. Malik Young carries it, just a bit short of a first down. Vince Martina brings Young down.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Gain of 7, it'll be 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 Green Raiders from the Colonials 43-yard
from the PW 43-yard line. And 9:57 remaining in the 4th quarter. Ridley is up 28-7. Stratton hands it off, and The Ridley player gets waffled by the PW defense. That was Brock Anderson getting waffled. Anderson with a touchdown on the day.
Brock Anderson with the carry
via the
for
rush.
the Green Raiders, brought down by number 54, Will Maley.
Will Maley with
Gain
the
of one
tackle.
on the play.
Gain of
Third and one.
one.
Green
Third and
Raiders
one.
from
The
Plymouth Whitemarsh
PW
41.
41. And PW needs to stop here. And even if it is fourth down, Ridley may still go for it. We'll pitch it back. And it should be good enough for a first down for Ridley. Based on the spot. And it is good enough for Ridley first down with 9:10 to go in regulation. PW is down 28-7. We have a final in the District 1 6A playoffs. Top seeded North Penn took care of 16 Haverford, 56-7. So North Penn will be moving on to round 2 to take on either 8th-seeded Springford or 9th-seeded Central Bucks East. It's another carry from Malik Young. Close again to another first down, but it looks like to be a yard short. So it should be 2nd and 1 on the 30-yard line. Stratton talking to his troops before lining up. They break it up. Upset alert in the District 1 6A scoreboard. 15 Petteridge leads 2 Neshaminy 21-14. And that's going to be a first down, even more for Stratton. He's going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Stratton. Ridley gets 6 points, and it's now Ridley 34, PW 7. A 34-7 Ridley. 30-yard rush by quarterback Stratton, his 2nd score of the game. As Ridley now plays its fight song. If I'm not mistaken, the fight song is also what Westchester University plays during touchdowns, with just different lyrics. And the kick is symmetrically good, and it's now Ridley, 35 PW7, 8 minutes, 21 seconds to go. And the party could be over already for the Colonials, who had a nice season, but poor play the last 2 weeks, and this game's going to cost PW a shot at moving on. And the advancing the playoff route will continue to the 12th year now. So Ridley is up by 28. Timeout situation, PW with 2, Ridley with 3. Once again, I'm Scott Sale de Ruiz. This is the first round of District 1 6A playoffs, November 4th, 2016 at Phil Marion Field in Folsom, Pennsylvania. And Phil Marion was Ridley's head coach from 1943 to 1972 and had a record of 223 wins, 59 losses, and 13 ties. That means Marion was here when Ridley Township had merged. When Ridley Township, Ridley Park, and Eddystone High Schools merged to make the current Ridley High School. So Ridley High School celebrating 50 years of existence, the current Ridley High School. Now for the kickoff. Looks like Vince Martina is out to 15. The 20, he's going to pitch it back to Wilson. And it's nicely done by Ridley.
Wilson with
to
the
throw
return
him
for the
back.
Colonials. Forced out of bounds by number 17.
Nick Pellegrino is able to throw him out of
Colonials will
bounds.
start first and 10.
First and 10 at the PW 15 for the Colonials with
8:14
8:14 to go in regulation. 5th seeded Ridley cruising with a 35-7 lead. So first attendant to PW 15, Stowborough at quarterback. We'll hand it off. Now we'll look an open carry, maybe Gravenese. Maybe good enough for a first down.
Blaze Gravenese
gets it to the 30.
Jose Calilla.
Jose Calilla. Running
Play
down.
results in a Plymouth Whitemarsh first
PW
down. They'll be
first
and
down.
10 from their own 31-yard line.
First and 10 from PW's own 31-yard line with 7:55 to go in regulation, down 35-7. Stowborough has it. We'll pitch it out to Wilson. And he'll get about 3 to 4 yards. Second and about 6. Flag is thrown. A second flag is thrown. And flag throwing continues by the officials. Each team has been aggressive this evening. Both teams are getting chippy. Each team knows what's at stake. And that may have been against Ridley. As Ridley player is yelling on the sidelines, what do we do? And it looks like maybe a chop block. Penalties are going to offset. Fouls are against both PW and Ridley. Uniform 66.
Personal foul against the Green Raiders.
Nick Lappish
Personal foul.
was yelling on the sidelines,
Colonials.
what did I
With
do?
Penalties offset. Replay first down.
Penalties offset. Replay first down. First and 10 from PW's own 30-yard line. It's like a jump ball in basketball. Just a replay of down. And yes, there is also a jump ball in volleyball as well, in case you didn't know. So first and 10. Then maybe a yard or two on the gain for the Colonials. As Dan Chang goes on the field to talk to Joe Stowborough, the quarterback.
Brought down by number 41, Sean Crowley.
Sean Crowley brings down Gravenese, a gain of 2, second and 8 from the PW 33-yard line with 6:50 to go in regulation. And again, PW has not led at all this game. It was 14-0 to start, then PW got 7. And from there, Ridley has taken over. Stowborough will take it for himself and runs out of bounds at around the Ridley 48. That will be more than good enough for a first down.
Forced out of bounds by number 4, Jose Calilla.
Jose Calilla forces him out of
First
bounds.
down for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
PW gets first down and 10.
It'll be first and
at
10
the
from the
49.
Green Raiders 49-yard line.
With 6:32 to go in regulation. So first and 10 at the Ridley 49. Stowborough hands it off. That'll be a gain of a couple.
Blaze Gravenese.
By Blaze Gravenese. Boy, Blaze Gravenese has been busy.
Ryan Rico.
Hard to believe Conjamo has barely been used in this game. Usually he gets the bulk of the load.
Gain of 3 on the play.
But the strategy today was to hit Gravenese.
From the Green
And
Raiders,
again, Gravenese was
46-yard line.
voted Philadelphia Inquirer Rally Player of the Week on October 9th, 2016, after his performance against Upper Dublin on October 7th, which was a one-possession PW win. We'll throw it back to Wilson, and he gets leveled.
Donante Wilson with the carry for the Colonials, brought down by number 2, Mike Cowan.
By Mike Cowan. So now it's third and 7.
It'll be third and 9.
Third and 9.
Whitemarsh from the Green Raiders 48-yard
From the
line.
Ridley 48 with 5:28 to go in regulation. And it looks like PW is not going to win this one, even though there's over 5 minutes to go. This is the District 1 6A first round football playoffs. And PW is going to end the season on a 2-game losing streak. And it looks like we have a timeout in the field. Dan Cheng runs to the middle of the field now to talk to his troops. PW student wearing the red 15 uniform comes out with water. Each team now with 2 timeouts. 5:12 to go in regulation. Fifth seeded Ridley Green Raiders 35. 12 seed Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials 7. Once again, I'm Scott Sale, David Weiss. PW has not done well on both sides of the ball.
Their first of the half with 5:12 to go in the fourth quarter.
Joe Stourborough has settled down after 2 interceptions early on in the first quarter. One went for a touchdown on a Stourborough throw that was Sean Crowley with a pick 6 in the first quarter that made it 13-0, and the extra point made it 14-0. We have another final, and it's an upset final. 10-seeded Garnet Valley defeated 7-seeded Central Bucks South 21-14. In the fourth quarter, Penn Ridge, the 15-seeded, 2nd-seeded Neshaminy, knotted up at 21. And upsets are meant to happen, but it looks like PW is not going to get it. This would be PW's lowest scoring output of the season, besides 7-0 victory against Abington. This will tie for the lowest output. Stourborough will throw it out of play, intended for Martina, incomplete. 4th and 9
from the Green
PW on the
Raiders
Green Raiders 48, and you might as well just go for it here to see if you could just generate any offense down by 4 scores. Ridley is up 35-7 with 5 minutes and change to go in the fourth quarter. So 4th and 9. Stourborough finds Gravenese, and he'll get it for the first down, close to the 30-yard line, and goes out of play to stop the clock. 4:58 to go in regulation.
Stourboro's pass complete to number 29, Blaze Gravenese.
Blaze Gravenese with the
Result in a
reception.
Plymouth Whitemarsh first down. They'll be first and 10 from the Green Raiders 34-yard line.
4-yard line in Ridley
4:58 to
territory.
go in the fourth quarter.
4:58 to go in regulation. Green Raiders are ready. PW out of that short pep talk. Stourborough will take it himself. He'll stumble. Get about 4 yards. So it'll be about 2nd and maybe 6 with 4:48 to go in regulation. PW is down 35-7 and scored all 7 points in the first quarter.
The Colonials brought down by number 95, Dominic DiMatteo.
Dominic DiMatteo brings him
It'll be
down.
2nd and
It's
7
2nd and
Plymouth
7.
Whitemarsh from the Green Raiders 31-yard
And
line.
the Green Raiders 31-yard line. Also, a final in District 1 5A scoreboard. Westchester Henderson defeated Sun Valley 42-16. And Ridley jumped. We'll see if PW did it before. And it is a
Flag on the play.
PW false
False
start.
start against Plymouth Whitemarsh.
PW with the false start. 5-yard penalty will make it 2nd and 12 from the
from the Green Raiders
36.
36-yard line.
This has been a penalty showdown, it looks like, in the second half. So many flags have been thrown by the officials. Officials have made many good calls, but the players have made a lot of bad plays, and that's another flag. PW may have to move back even further.
Flag on the play. Encroachment against the Green Raiders.
Against Ridley.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 7.
5-yard penalty
Plymouth
makes it
Whitemarsh
2nd
from the
and
Green
7.
Raiders 31-yard line.
For PW from Ridley, 31-yard line. Looks like we're back to square one from a few plays ago. 3:45 to go in regulation. 5th-seeded Ridley 35, 12th-seeded PW 7. Here in Folsom, Pennsylvania, November 4th. Stourborough at the 40 will toss it there to Martina. He drops it. Clean contact.
Stourboro's pass intended for number
And it's
11.
incomplete.
Vince Martina goes incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 7 Plymouth
from the
Whitemarsh from the Green Raiders
Green Raiders
31-yard line.
37. The 31-yard line. So 3:30 to go in regulation. It's still 35-7 Ridley. Ridley with just 7 points in the second half, but PW has failed to score since the opening quarter. So it's 3rd and 7. Stowborough. He's near midfield, and that one's going to be picked off. Ridley
pass intercepted by
gets
number
it.
44,
Third interception of the day. Ryan Grieco gets the third interception of the day thrown by Stowborough.
Take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10
3:23 to go
from Ridley's own
quarter.
30-yard line. Nice job by Grieco to dive for it. And this game is going to be over in 3 minutes, 23 seconds. PW is not going to be able to come back down 4 scores in a 3.5-minute span. Cade Stratton, the quarterback, talking as players were kneeling and standing. It's a bit too early to do victory formation. Each team with 2 timeouts. Now, with the handoff, that's going to be a first down and even more. Looks like O.C. Miller.
Josh McCaffrey runs for a Green Raiders first down. 31 yards on the pickup. Green Raiders will be 1st and 10 from the Colonials' 39-yard line.
It's not. It's McCaffrey. Instead. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the PW 39 with 2:58 to go in regulation. Ridley is up 35-7. Stratton is set. He'll hand it off. And it'll be a few yards here and there.
Taj McCaffrey with the carry. Brought down by number 54, Will Maley.
Brought down by Will Maley. A galleon of 1, 2nd and 9 from about
2nd and 9 Green Raiders.
The 30
from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 37-yard
line. Each team with 2 timeouts each. The clock is now at 2:25 to go in regulation. Ridley with the possession. This could be the final drive of the contest. Ridley at 9-1, 8-1 in the Central League's going to improve to 10-1. PW is going to end the season 8-3.
O.C. Miller with the carry.
O.C. Miller carries it.
Number 7, Joe Storborough.
Joe Storborough on defense brings him down. It'll be 3rd and about 8 or 7. With 1:50 to go in regulation.
Pick up of 3 on the play. Green Raiders will be 3rd and 5.
And we have another final in District 1 6A. 13-seeded Abington could not get anything going as 4th-seeded Coatesville defeated the Abington Ghosts 42-0. So if Ridley wins this game, the Green Raiders would head up to Coatesville on November 11. Now with the pitch to Malik Young. And he finds an opening, goes out of bounds. It's going to be close enough to a first down. And it is!
First down!
First down, Ridley, with 1:16 to go in the 4th quarter. And now the clock's going to keep running.
Green Raiders 1st and 10 from the Plymouth Whitemarsh 26-yard line.
1st and 10 from the PW 26-yard line. So with 1:16 to go regulation, Ridley's going to improve to 10-1 and go to the 2nd round and face Coatesville on November 11th, while the Colonials going to finish the season 2 straight losses at 8-3. PW lost the first game of the season against Southerton. And a lot of pushing and shoving.
Taj McCaffrey
with the carry.
Brought down by the interior line of the pass.
Now we have 1:03 to go in regulation, 35-7, and PW is going to end the season the same way as it did in 2015 with a first-round playoff loss. 50 seconds to go regulation.
19-yard line.
Cade Stratton is there. If the Raiders want, they can take a knee. And victory formation. So job well done for Dan Wood. He'll pick up his first playoff win as the head coach of the Green Raiders. Well, Dan Chang, for the 7th straight year, would have failed to get a playoff win.
Cade Stratton takes a knee.
Stratton takes a knee, and PW will accept defeat as the clock winds down to 17 seconds, and Ridley is going to move on to the second round with a 35-7 victory over the Colonials. And PW is going to end the season on a 2-game win streak. The head coaches shake at midfield, and that's going to do it, folks, from Folsom, Pennsylvania. Final score here, 5th seeded Ridley, 35. 12th seeded Plymouth Whitemarsh, 7. It's been a difficult night for the Colonials. It was 28-7 at the half. Ridley could only get 7 in the second half, but it was far more than enough. Final, Ridley 35, Plymouth Whitemarsh 7. That will do it here from Folsom, Pennsylvania. I'm Scott Sale David Weiss, and we'll see you later on CITV. Good night, everyone.